Morning, just approaching 28 minutes past 8 Monday morning on the 14th of October. Pleased to say I'm back down the new water with Mark again for another day session, and if you can hear the pitter patter of raindrops on the top of this brolly, you'll understand that it's raining. And boy, we've had some rain this weekend. I think the rain came in Wednesday afternoon and it literally hasn't stopped since then. We've had a real downpour, and in some parts of the country I think they've had some flooding, but if you've been following my blogs, you know it's the conditions that I like. I've been fishing about an hour, and just to report, there's carp literally rolling everywhere. We're in the same swims that we fished last week, and both the margin spots that we're fishing this week. Mark doesn't normally fish a margin spot, but he's decided to stick a rod on it, and well, the reason is there's just been fish showing like dolphins on the left hand side, and my normal spot to my right, same's been happening there, so that's a good sign. The temperature has dipped. I mean, what a contrast in conditions. This time last week, well, Mark was in his t-shirt and it was really warm. We had highs of 18, but I just checked the app on my phone, and well, when we left home this morning it was highs of 7, and I don't think it's going to get above 10 today, so quite a dip in temperature, but it's carp rolling everywhere, as I say, so that's a good sign. These fish are moving about, and you know, you don't need me to tell you, but this time of the year these carp, they know they've got to feed and build up the body weights for the winter, so they didn't really get their heads down last week, so I'm hoping this week is the week that they're going to have a munch. There's no one down here, me and Mark are the only anglers here, so I can't really ask anybody what's been caught the weekend, if anything has been caught. So, you know, we're just going to pit our wits again. One thing I will add before I close up on this opening vlog piece is that, and I'm field testing a new bait today. Well, I say new bait, this is a little tweak that I've made to my CM1 boilies. This one's called the CM2. The reason I've tweaked it is the ingredients that are in the CM1 boilie, that boilie is not suitable to use through the colder months, so I've just taken out the ones that aren't suitable and put ingredients in that are suitable. So the majority of the ingredients are the same as the CM1, but I've just done a little tweak. So I've got that on one rod, which is my right hand rod. I'm continuing using the CM1 on the middle rod and the left hand rod, but I just thought I'd give this one a bash today. So I've rolled 5 kilo over the weekend. Mark's using it as well, so that's on its first outing. Same size, 16 millers. It's on a bird food base. Obviously it's a different colour. The CM1s are a reddy burgundy colour. This one's a yellow bird mix. Reason of thinking there was just on the visual aspect. So as I say, I've got that on the right hand rod, which is on my margin spot. Fish snowman style again. That's got a little kipper tipper on the top of it with a little bag, and I've just pepper baits over the top. So nothing different from what I've been doing over all season basically. So yeah, the rain's just abated for a short period, but I think it is going to get heavy at times. Nice to know we got down here and it wasn't raining, so we could get set up. But now the old brolly's up and everything's in place, I ain't too fussed. Let it rain. So I'm quietly confident we're going to get some action. You never say never. Certainly this water, I've come down here and everything's looked good and it hasn't happened, and then some days I've come down here and it doesn't look good and it has happened, but that's carp fishing. But I'm quietly confident, so I'm going to log off here and indulge in the first coffee of the day, and hopefully throughout the day I'll be back to you with some nice bars of gold or slate grey commons, and maybe the odd mirror in front of the camera during the duration of the day. So until then folks, I'll catch you later.
Well, Mark's just doing a temperature reading.
Yep, now we're getting to the business end of the season. I always like to take the temperatures. Does affect fishing slightly, I think, so as it starts cooling down. The air temperature is 11.1.
That's interesting, because according to my phone it says 10.
And to be quite honest, the water temperature is saying the same temperature. got nearly 9 pH, and 11.1 degrees is the water temperature, which is identical to the air temperature.
Fantastic.
What a coincidence that is.
Yep.
So they say carp feed vigorously at 14, so we're just below that now, but with the winter coming in, I'm sure that we'll be able to mug a couple of fish. There you go, 11.1 degrees.
Okay then folks, 11.1 degrees.
So that's what we're up against today.
Interesting stuff.
Well folks, hope you can hear me above the rain. Update at 10 past 11. Not a lot's happened really. We had a brief pause in the rain. The sun come out for about 20 minutes and it really was quite pleasant, but I just had a phone call from the old man and he's out and about, and he said, "Is it raining where you are?" I said no. He says, "But it will be shortly," because where he is working it's absolutely cats and dogs, and within 10 minutes of the phone call ending the rain's come over in force. But the fish are still boshing. Mark's moved the rod further on down on his margin spot. Reason being is the fish have just been crashing a bit further on down towards him, so you can't neglect that, and he stuck a rod on it. I went to respot all my rods, and the margin rod I found a snag, absolutely lost a lot. The rig, the lead, the back lead, the blooming lot, so I've had to re-rig up and just about respotted all 3 rods just before this rain began to fall again. But no, as yet I've had one bleep, and I think that was from a raindrop on my line, so as yet we've had no action. So I'm going to stick the pan on now. I'm going to make us a nice bacon and sausage sandwich.
Good old bacon butty on the bank. Can't beat it. At last, we've got a carp to show you.
Yeah, just managed to bag one off the middle rod. Shot off, didn't expect it, no bubbling, nothing happening at all.
Well, we'll just bring the folks up to speed. Mark lost one about an hour ago.
Yeah, unfortunately, well I say unfortunately, but we've seen 2 or 3 fish roll by a snag, which I don't normally fish on this pig, and I spotted them rolling, so we put a few baits on it, like put it out half hour after, and it rattled off within probably about half an hour. So unfortunately it snagged me more or less instantly. That's why I don't really like fishing margins and snags, because I was straight on the rod, but nothing I could do. So after sort of losing that one and a real good fish up for 20 last week,
Yeah.
after putting it in the net, just getting the sling, and it managed to get out. So bit of a disappointment, but made up for it I suppose with this one.
It's a lovely clean fish, that is.
Yeah, even the mouth on it's really clean.
You just hold it there, Mark. I'll show. Just zoom in. Just bear with me, folks. There we go.
Real clean mouth. Probably an upper double.
Yeah, I'll give you £17 for that, mate.
Yeah, something like that.
And
So,
I've had a bream, which took a 16mm bottom bait and a 12mm pop-up. Unbelievable.
yeah, say a little bit disappointing losing that one on the snag, because I say I've never caught a fish from there before, and it would have been really nice to have bagged that one. But I made up with this one because obviously it's keeping my unblanking season going.
I was just going to say that the unblanking season is still on, mate.
Yeah, that's
Fantastic.
it. Another few hours, so
We've had a stack more rain in between that lost fish and this capture, but we've just had a look on the app, and apparently the rain's well, if it isn't going to stop, it's going to ease around about 4 o'clock-ish.
So let's hope we can get another couple on the camera for you.
Yeah, let's hope the fish are coming down now and having a munch.
That's it, because I certainly haven't been here the first 5 hours.
They haven't, mate. It's been a bit of a crawler, but good angling. Get it back out there.
Cheers.
And hopefully, as Mark says, we'll get some more on the camera a bit later.
Yep.
Right then,
Nice one, mate.
Spot on 4:33, and I've just respotted all my rods. Fresh bags. I've even put fresh baits on. Some of the baits have been out since this morning on the left hand and middle rod, so I've changed all my baits, and I'm pleased to say the weatherman's got it spot on. He said that the weather was going to change after 4 and the rain was going to stop, and it has. And as I look to my left, we've got blue skies and fluffy white clouds. You know me, I'd rather it raining still, but there we have it. But the wind's it's a nice slight gentle breeze now, and it's pushing really nice now into that corner, so Mark's just shouted over to me, and he reckons we're in for some more action still. He's really confident, so fingers crossed he's right. It's been a bit of a crawler today, I must admit. I've really worked hard. So I had a bream around about, Mark had his fish at 2:30. I think my bream came along about 1:45 in absolutely torrential rain, and the bream was about a pound. Amazed it took a 16mm bottom bait and a 12mm pop up, but just shows you. But yeah, we've probably got it's going to get dark around about 6:30 tonight, so about an hour and a half's worth of fishing left. So fingers crossed, Mark's going to be right, and we're going to get amongst well, 1 if not 2 more fish. It'll be nice, but only time will tell. So fingers crossed that happens. But if it doesn't, I'll be back with the final update before I conclude this latest edition of the Brolly blog. So catch you in a bit, folks.
I don't think this one's going to make Carp World, mate.
No, certainly not. But what about his lips?
Ooh, big explosion there.
Yeah.
In the distance.
I don't think he enjoyed that.
We just left him in the margin, folks, because it's just after 5:25. So we've got about an hour's left of angling. So Mark wanted to get the rod back out, but
The size of them lips for a little fish.
It's got some rod chops on it, this one.
More like a barbel mouth. So, not the biggest, but as we've had a poor day today, we thought we'd put it on.
Yeah, and it's the first fish on the new bait, CM2.
Yep, on the winterised bait. So, hopefully, it's the first of many.
Oh, a bit lively. It's fish number 3 for Mark. It's just gone 3 minutes past 6. We're winding down now from our day session. But it's all come good, mate, in the last hour.
Yeah, not too bad. Managed to nick a couple. Not the biggest in the lake, but brilliant on a hard day.
Yeah.
Just to get hear the buzzers sing.
Was,
so
mate?
it's been quite productive, like you say, the last hour or so.
And
so,
all in the same kind of like weight bracket. Yeah.
So, but lovely little condition. So got a bit of winter colour starting to appear on it.
Yep.
So chuffed.
Enjoyed it, mate?
Yeah. So it's been hard, and the weather's been hard today.
Yeah.
But it's beautiful now, and the conditions are sock on, and managed to bag a couple.
So was the way when we've got to go out.
Yeah. Hopefully you'll just nick one just before the end.
Yeah, as I say, we're going to wind down now, so if we don't see you again this evening, thanks ever so much for watching. If we do manage to nick one before we leave, we'll do our best to incorporate it in this blog. But good angling, mate. You're you know, your non-season blank has continued, which is fantastic.
But the one thing I will stress today is it's been very strange. I've had 4 different spots going, and I've had 1 bite off each spot. Obviously I lost the one on the snag, but can't seem to get more than 1 bite off one area for some sort of reason. So
you're getting bites, so mate, that's the main thing.
Maybe keep your baits moving this time of the year, and all the best to everybody.
Yeah, it's well, we're still like mid-autumn. We're not into the real depths of winter just yet, but unfortunately it'll soon be. You know, it'll come quicker than you think.
Just proves though, don't always stop in the same spot all day.
No, you've it's been good angling today. You've moved your rods around.
Yep.
And your baits, and you've kept your eye on a bit of fizzing, and when you've seen it, you've dropped on it and you've had a few. So
that's it, mate.
Well done, mate. So
great.
Yep. Thanks, folks. Tight lines and wet nets.